We'll come back to the wildlife park for a little update on our lost lemur story. The latest is...
She's still lost. No, yeah. We had a reasonably good sighting of her in Sulby Glen. A resident there phoned us up. He was very sure he'd spotted her on a driveway just before the waterworks. So we nipped up, couldn't find her. We've been going back there daily and speaking to the residents. He did say that she looked quite perky. He was very sure it was a lemur. I said, are you sure it wasn't a cat or anything else? He said no. He was quite sure that this was definitely the lemur. Since then, though, we haven't had any further sightings. We've been back to the region where she first got out along the road. We've been back to Sulby Glen, but we just haven't seen anything. So at the moment, the trail's gone cold.
Well, we're looking at the pictures because I got these obviously when you first had them in the captivity area. So this is what they look like, and there's certainly, I suppose, at night might look like could be something else, but in daylight, very distinctive, really.
Yeah, I mean, they may well be spotted. She may well be spotted sunbathing. They do like to warm up in the morning. You'll see them with their arms splayed as they catch the heat of the sun. Certainly. We did everything right with them. As I said to you, Paul, we had them in the hospital, we got them bonded, we put them across to the enclosure, we kept them indoors for 3 days, and then we let them into the outside enclosure. Now, when it's a new outside enclosure for the two girls, the boys were obviously familiar with it, but she must have just jumped on the electric fence, got a small zap. And normally what happens is they jump back down and they think, oh, I won't do that again. But she's obviously just kept going and cleared the fence. As she was spotted on the perimeter, the first thing we knew she was out, she was spotted on the perimeter of the park. A couple of keepers tried to kind of get her to go back towards the park. And at that point she took fright and ran across the road. Ran up the field and into the woods, where unfortunately we lost her then. So we're hoping, though, we're letting the other lemurs back out. We shut them back in again. We're going to let them out again into the outdoor enclosure. It could be, now that it's quieting down, now the Easter season's over, if they start calling, if she's out in the woods there, she might hear the call and try and make her way back to the park. We think she's probably pretty lost now. We just hope that she'll be all right. She will have found some food out there. She won't find the nice juicy bananas and grapes that she gets at the park. But we're hoping she's still out there. We're hoping we might still get a spotting, or she might even find her way back if she hears the other lemurs calling.
If people do get a sighting, what are the do's and don'ts?
They're not dangerous, so don't worry about that. I mean, if she was really looking for food, it wouldn't harm to hold out a banana and see if she comes to you. But I certainly wouldn't go chasing after her, because that might just scare her. What we're hoping is, if we get a spotting, that she'll stay in that area long enough that we can get out and see if we can encourage her over to us. But I would certainly say don't chase her away, but don't be scared of her either.
We have 897323 ready. Numbers, is that right? Yes.
Yes.
I know because I rang today. But yeah, I mean, get in touch with you straight away, yes?
Yeah, do let us know. Even if you're unsure, we'd still rather you call and give us a sighting. If you're sure or not sure, it's better that we know.
I mean, obviously it's nice conditions, but come if it goes on for a long time, it wouldn't be good news, right?
I wouldn't expect so. Particularly if we get a cold winter. I think the problem, I mean, I worked for another big zoo, and there's plenty of things that do get out from time to time. Particularly primates are quite bad on electric fences. Like I say, They get a zap once and they jump back down. They won't do it again, but that the first time she hit the electric fence, she just cleared it. Yeah. So it's an unfortunate incident. Normally what happens in a lot of other zoos and wildlife parks is they're quite residential, so it's not long before you get a spotting. But we're right on the hills here with all those woods, very few people walking about them, so it is quite difficult, to get a spotting on her.
Which takes us back to the wallaby story from many years ago, but anyway, hey.
Yeah. So certainly we've no plans of letting any more out, so we don't want breeding lemurs out there. But we are genuinely saddened that we haven't had a spotting. We do desperately want her back.
Okay, well, we've run the pictures over and over again here, so
Yeah.
that's what they look like. It's pretty obvious, hopefully, but better be safe than sorry. Give you a call if anyone sees you.
Yeah, that would be brilliant.